Hey everyone, welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. Losing my voice a little bit, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Number one, gratitude. It's Tuesday. It is the last day of 2024, and tomorrow is New Year's Day. And number two, gratitude. I have off tomorrow, so it's feeling like a good day. It's feeling like a productive day. We've got a lot done. So, yesterday, number three, I got to talk to my friend Alex. We had a really long, good conversation. She's somebody who I want to connect with over the course of this coming year. We're just very similar people. I greatly enjoy her. So, number four for the day. I proofread all of the content posts, and I also got all of January's visuals done. It took a lot longer than what I thought to proofread all the posts, and I just wanted to get that out of the way so that way I could just focus on copying and pasting things over into the visuals. And so today will be all about the visuals, and we will see how far we get into posting. I will have gonna have January scheduled by the end of today. I don't know, I might do that first and then head into the rest of the year because that'll give me some time. But essentially, I am planning, that is the big thing of the day, is to get the content done and over with. What are we on? We're on 5. Number 5 for my day. And no deer yet. Oh wow, check out this tree. I don't know what. Do you see this tree? How it has those 4 lions? That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. Huh. Means 5 for the day. Let's see, what else? I got everything done I said I was going to do yesterday. We're working on completing what we commit to. So, worked on content, got as far as I possibly could with that. Called my friend Alex, answered all of the YouTube comments. And I think so. The thanks for today, I told my brother I would call him, calling my aunt, and then content. Really, we're not trying to put a lot on the plate, but when you complete things, it builds trust with yourself that you are a person that when you think and say things, that it's going to happen. So that's my 5. It just smells like a skunk or something. It's a weird smell today. Number 6. 6 for the day. 3 deer. No deer for today. They might be on the other path. And we're not going to stop. It got to be cold again today. For the last 2 days, it's been in the mid to high 60s, which is just that is not normal. It's not right. That was spring weather. Keep going today. So 6 for today. Ooh, I like making work fun, and so we got to do a little activity that I had created with my team, and everyone seemed to enjoy it. But nothing says that you can't make every single part of your day fun and joyful. And I found that when I strive for that, even the tasks that are never really going to be fun, are actually okay. Number 7 for the day. I'm grateful that I am practicing singular focus this week. So one interesting thing when I went riding, I realized so easily how I deviate away from singular focus in ways that like you don't think that you are. Like even just having another thought already puts you on an alternate path and deviates from that singular focus. So we did a lot with when you're first starting out on the horse, you're setting the intention to walk. But if you want to move to a trot, and let me just focus on it. So you're setting the intention to walk, and you're also picking a destination. But if you want to change to a trot, the destination kind of becomes secondary in a sense. Like you have to give some things up for, your body just to naturally do and hold and keep that singular intent focus. So in your head, if you want to go to a trot, that's going to be visualizing a trot, not telling the horse to trot to a specific point and having those equal, right? So same thing with the day. My brain works really fast. I can usually hold, depending on what it is, 3 to 4 thoughts at a time and be doing things kind of simultaneously for those. But what I found, especially for days where I have things that I would like to actually do, I've been really practicing focusing on that one item and just knocking it out, getting it done. Practicing, I can also hyper focus on something, so that's where I have started leaning into that hyper focus a little bit more. Oh, it's cold out. My fingers starting to freeze. It's probably in the 30s this morning. So I'm grateful for practicing that. Number 7. I am so grateful. This is going to go to our message today, but I'm so grateful for practicing, being able to practice and be in just emotional neutrality. When you're in emotional neutrality, you get to decide what's for you and what's not for you, and what you're going to engage in and not engage in. So I've just started, if it's not for me, I just don't really even say anything, You don't attach your energy to things that you don't want to be associated with. It's just a healthy boundary to have. I'm grateful that I'm continuing to practice that. Number 8 for my day. I will say, the other thing that I did that I said I was going to do yesterday was take a nap. And you best believe I took a nap yesterday. I took 30 minutes. I'm so grateful for that, actually. I really needed it. I messaged Alex and I was like, I'm going to call you in 30 minutes. I'm going to nap first. And it ended up working out for both of us. So that nap was so good. And I found, too, I just had so much more peace with myself because I already built it in with my day. And my body was like, you need rest. You need rest. What are we on? 8? I think we already did 8, but we'll do 8 again. We always have a ton of gratitudes, You find one, you find a lot. Grateful that I still have cough drops because my throat doesn't hurt, but it just it feels strange. So I'm gonna pop a cough drop in and help that. Number 9 for the day. I still think about this. So David was kind enough to give me a piece of baklava, which is a Greek dessert. I ate that yesterday. And no, Sunday. I ate that Sunday. But I still think about it. It is seriously the best piece of baklava I've ever had. And I'm so grateful for trying other people's food. Really, homemade food when other people make it. Oh, it's just delectable. And number 10 for the day, I'm grateful. I don't know if I'm going to choose this for tomorrow, but I do have the opportunity to sleep in if I want to. And the challenge finale for season 40 is on tomorrow. And if you guys know, that is one of like 2 shows that I will watch that show religiously. But almost every other show, I can leave it. Anyways, so those are my gratitudes. Message of the day. So the last message of yesterday is, at any moment, you're always accepting the minimum. You're always accepting your bare minimum. So your present reality is your bare minimum. So what areas immediately pop up for you that you're not okay with that being the bare minimum, those would be the areas to address. The message of today is a quick way to also raise your bare minimum is your worth. Okay? So I'm going to walk through an exercise. This is something that I'm going to be utilizing in coaching with my clients. But I'll give you the exercise and we'll see where we go. So, you have unfathomable worth. Your worth can't even be quantified in human or money or any type of worth that we physically have, because it is just that vast and that great. If you struggle with accepting that about yourself, just be okay with that. That means that there's some gaps in your self-concept that, need to be patched up. But utilize that as a neutral statement then. I have an unfathomable worth. So that's the first piece of information. The next step is, we are always outpouring our power without even realizing it. If you're thinking about somebody else and their processes and how you fit into that concept, you are disempowering yourself immediately right off the bat. It should be, if let's say you're thinking about somebody, let's say you're like, I don't know, like you're working with someone, you're like, I don't know why they did that. That doesn't make sense. You're disempowered. You flip that and you go, how do I feel about the fact that they did that? Put that focus that you have externally, turn it back. Now the focus is on you. How do I feel? And that's different than asking yourself, oh, how do I feel about what they did to me? No, this is different, because the first thing you're going to do is, how do I feel about what's happening externally? So then you say, oh, well, when I went up to them to talk to them, they ignored me, and that makes me feel small, that makes me feel insignificant, that makes me feel triggered. So then you say, okay, so now you take those 2 pieces of information, right? The first one is, you have unfathomable worth, okay? And here's how you feel. And you go, wait a minute. If I have unfathomable worth, if I am like worth so much that we can't even really quantify it, and this situation is making me feel small and insignificant and triggering me because I feel abandoned, that doesn't add up. Something of that much worth shouldn't feel that way. And that doesn't match my concept of my own self-value. Okay, that's step 3, right? You've identified that the scales are unbalanced. It is not equaling your worth. What's the 4th step? The 4th step is, if I'm a person of unfathomable value, Do I put myself in situations? Do I attach to situations that make me feel small and insignificant? Would somebody of unfathomable value find themselves in that situation if the value is so undeniable? The answer, I'm just telling you it right now, the answer is always no. Always, your body will give you that answer, and it'll say absolutely not. So then the fifth and final step is, well, if I have unfathomable value and I've identified that something that is that undeniable because it's so valuable couldn't possibly be in those types of situations because it's so undeniable that they're that valuable, I do not exist in those situations. I do not accept those situations for myself. I will not put myself in those situations. That is the boundary. And that is the boundary that will close the gap on that particular piece of your self-worth and provide that protective container for you to be an undeniably worthy and valuable person. And again, this has nothing to do with the external situation. All of our external situations are just a mirror into what are the gaps that we need to address within ourselves. And by you making the boundary and deciding and determining that you are protecting your unfathomable value, that is what is going to take care of all of those external situations. And so therefore, you don't have to worry really about establishing those external boundaries in that situation. But just know if it pops up, you're already going to be like, well, that isn't for me. Obviously, I'm not even going to engage with that. You will find that that person who once ignored you will then come to you because you have reaffirmed, no, I'm the one that has unfathomable value. I am the one that is so incredibly worth that, like, I don't even have to engage with this. And you will also find that that theme in your life, other situations that have that same context, will start to disappear, because the stronger you stand in your no and your acceptance and understanding of your own worth, that's irrelevant and that ceases to exist. This might be the most important message I've ever given you guys, and one of the greatest tools for stepping in and standing in confidently and unwavering in your own power. The fact that you are alive gives you that value and power that can never be taken away and is never changed, no matter what action or non-action that you take. And all of our external situations are mirrors into our relationship with ourselves. Take them, use them, but you'll find once you start doing this and you have such an embodiment of your own value, your life is never going to be the same. So that's the message of the day. If this intrigued you, if this resonates with your own life journey and where you're at, and you would desire some additional support, I do have some coaching spots available. But I will say this is one of the quickest ways in order to step into the person you want to be and who you've always been and lead the life that you want to live. Okay, so now that we've done the message, let's just do the affirmations to close this out. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it. So, number 2, today's a brand new day, fresh start. We are on a different page today. Number 3, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. Number 4 for the day, I have unfathomable value and worth. And I stand in my own undeniable exponential power. Number 5, I'm not going to stress. Everything is being worked out for my ultimate good. Number 6, sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul refreshing sleep is available to me each and every night. Commit tonight and every night. Number 7 for the day, What a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim our day, how we're feeling, what we want to experience, and appreciate the fact that we are alive to experience it. Number 8, breathe easily and deeply without a care in the world. Everything is just taken care of for me. I can be in a state of fun, excitement, and receiving. Number 9 for the day. I choose again, and I choose better. I choose a life equal of my unfathomable value and worth. And 10 for the day. Joy expounds in my day, and it overflows into the world around me. Morning. And I love love. I am love. I abound and reside in love. That also overflows into my day and comes back to me tenfold. That is all for today, guys. I love you all so much. Let's enjoy this beautiful sun. I love you guys. Hope the message was helpful. What are you guys grateful for? What are you affirming? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. I will see you guys for tomorrow's video. Bye, everyone.